All right. So I'm doing an experiment this morning, y'all. I am recording my show as well as streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? Trying to build up the presence on YouTube. But we gotta do this morning toast. We gotta discuss some of the news. I wasn't able to do my freestyle Nia. I know y'all thought I was gonna slip on that, right? But I'm gonna get up this morning and we gonna talk about some stuff today, right? For those that's new, you see my mic right here. I try to keep my mic in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Keeps me humble. You know what I'm saying? Because it's our show, right? We're gonna kick it. Lines are open 614-556-4535. As a matter of fact, let me go and open those right now. So the lines are open. If anybody want to join, so it's cool. If not, now this is being pre-recorded for those that might catch it on Spreaker.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior to assist all those seeking the path of success. Pledge all these things first to myself, to teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations with me in the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
What's up, fam? Yo, this is Brother Hot Tim coming at you live and direct. Well, if you on Spreaker right now, it's not live and direct. One, I had to kind of change the format because I was not satisfied with how the sound would come in and out, how the show would be cut. So I wanted to make sure that my Spreaker fan base, right? My fam on Spreaker, let's say that my fam on Spreaker was able to get the full show. So right now I am streaming live on Facebook. I am streaming live on YouTube, but it will not be live on Spreaker, unfortunately. Right? I'm streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube for this reason. There is some interaction on those platforms. So I like the interaction, but I want to make sure that my people on Spreaker are able to get the full content. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that it's fair. But of course, I got to remind you, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hot Tim, and this is, I'm going to call it Pissed Off Kuumba, right? Because we wasn't able to do freestyle Nia, because y'all know I changed the days of the week, right? But we still got to cover the news. I want to do this morning toast real quick. I want to salute the principles that I'm working on, because every day, we got to strive to work and improve how we live. I'm struggling every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better at what I do every day, and it's a struggle. But we got to do it right now. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and the goal is I'm striving to blow up your old paradigms. Now, this show will piss some of you off because of the article that I am going to eventually hit. So I'm warning some of you in advance, right? Those of you that are listening to the podcast, I'm warning you in advance. It's going to be discussing Christianity. I found an article about Christianity that asks some very pertinent questions. Now, and what I need is for those people that will call in or those people that comment, I don't want a testimony. What I want is discussion around it. Testimony on either end. Because I got people that practice Christianity, and that's their faith and that's their belief, and and they have that right. And then there's those on the other end that may listen to me that may not. You know what I'm saying? And may have some anger. I don't want it coming from either end. I want us to have an intelligent conversation about the article that I'm going to be bringing. Early in the morning, I know y'all like, what are you doing up, Brother Hatim, on a Saturday? Up early. Well, I came in last night. I stopped over my sister's to drop my nephew off from school. And we was talking. And I was just tired when I came home. So what I want to do first, for those that just checking in for the toast, I'm going to do the toast so that y'all can go on about y'all business so I can go and finish my show. Of course, the show is brought to you by that ambrosia, right? This is the drink created by Gye-Nyame Journey. It is a it's green tea and a raw honey kombucha. Very tasty, very powerful. You know what I'm saying? You can look up the benefits. You go to GyeNyameJourney.com. You can read about the basic ingredients. And then I have some other articles about the mixture, some of the mixtures that I have. So today I'm opening up the original. This is the original. And we're going to sip on this, right? We're going to sip on this and do a toast so that we can get this day started. And then we're going to move right into the show. Shouts out to Miss Victoria. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So one of the things I learned while I'm brewing, right? I learned about culture because it is a culture that brew this. I want y'all to see that. Y'all see that? Look at that. Those on Facebook, I want you to see that. Look at that. Oh my God. All right. So I let this one sit just a little bit too long, so it's not as carbonated as it was, but it's still not exploding. So I need those people who are sipping with me on the ambrosia. I need y'all comments. Do you like it super fizzy, or do you like it like this, nice and settled? Look at that. Right? I know some of y'all saying, it looks like a beer, but it's not a beer. Very little alcohol content, but it is fermented. So those that are sensitive to alcohol, you know what I'm saying, beware when you are drinking this, because there's small amounts. But you can't get the good without the bad. I need y'all to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Law of polarity. There's some good, there's some bad, right? And in this, it's packed with probiotics, right? And there is a correlation between a lot of ailments and the amount of live bacteria and live healthy yeast that we got going on in our body. And that's why I formulated this. I started thinking about how could I make something that can add value to people's lives. And this is one of the things I got. When you donate to Gye-Nyame Journey, You know what I'm saying? Especially if you live in the city, I try to make sure I get some of this in your hands. So this is to Kuumba, the day of creativity. We're toasting Kuumba. I'm toasting the creativity in you. You know what I'm saying? Um, I hope that you are able to create something in your life that you want. I hope that you're able to take what's old and make it new again. That's part of creativity too. So we toast it, and as we say in the journey, 100 years, yo. Cheers. Ah, man. So this is my breakfast. Let me run my program down to you. What I'm working on right now is um, I'm working on changing some things. Now, I got some old things that popped up that I'm gonna need some of y'all help with because a lot of y'all are around me. Some of y'all that may listening to this are around me, and y'all need to kind of remind me because I got to wean myself back up off this goddamn tobacco. I don't know what the hell happened. I went a whole year. I put the tobacco down, and I just picked that shit back up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether it was part of the detoxing and I start fiending. I don't know because at the same time that I start brewing and I start drinking this, I mean, a lot of the old stuff start coming up, old thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, as I'm cleaning out, and some of y'all need to be aware of this. When you start cleaning out your body, a lot of old stuff start popping up. So you got to be strong in that shit. And y'all gonna help me because we gonna make it through this, right? But hold on. So my morning program runs like this. I wake up, um, I do my Ashe breaths, which I'm gonna do a video on Ashe breaths. And for some of those that either you could get the book, you get the Ashe breath meditation, or you know what I'm saying, if you donate, you get the ambrosia. It's your choice. But the point is, I'm trying to make sure that I fill up my timeline with content that can add to your life, right? So I'm doing a breath based on they call it the Wim Hof breathing technique. But what I have done is I have added some cultural elements to that because I honestly believe that culture cures, and I got that from my older brother Albino, um, Big Albino Senior out in New Mexico. He says la cultura cura, and it says culture cures. So everything that I'm giving to you is coming from the cultural context of Africa, the cultural context of Africans in America. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to find ways to plug back into our culture so that we can start becoming better. So part of my morning program is I do at least 3 rounds of the Ashe breath. Then I drink me a little bit of water. Then I drink some ambrosia, right? And then I go the rest of the day without eating until after 5 p.m. I've been able to stick to that. It's been at least 30 days because, you know, like I said, I sampled this for about 30 days before I put it out. I experiment on myself before I start allowing y'all into my experiments, right? So I want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying, that I am, I am my guinea pig, right? So I'm doing Ashe breaths, and Ashe breaths, I'm gonna show you those. I'm gonna do a video on those so that you can do it. Like I said, you follow, you join, and you send me you inbox me. I will send you the link, and you will have access to the Ashe breath. I will show you how to bring in the breath. I will show you what you need to do. It's based on the Wim Hof breath. The only difference is I threw some cultural elements in there for us, right? For us. Anybody could benefit from it. Don't get me wrong, right? But specifically for us. Now, what else is going on with Gye-Nyame Journey? Well, actually, this time it was Baby Bubba. For those that don't know, sending shots out to Brother Deshaun out there. Brother Deshaun looked at the calendar that I put together for the Nguza Saba, you know, because the Nguza Saba Challenge that I put together for him. And he said, bruh, why don't you put the day names on there? And I said, damn. So coming soon, we will be adding to the calendar. One, the day names, right? You can look those up, you get the definitions, because you will be surprised how accurate the day names are for the days that you're born. So not only can you focus on your principle, but then you can identify what day you was born on and do some extra study on you, right? Because our ancestors, right, would study the stars and study each other. They studied themselves, and they were able to come up with names based on the day you was born. And when you look at what these names tell you about yourself, they're brief. Tell you about yourself is amazing. When I read Kwabena, because I found out I was born on Tuesday. When I read Kwabena, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Why? Because it described me. I read it. I mean, even all the way down to me getting shot and why I got shot. The shit blew my mind. And I'm quite sure it will blow yours too. You know what I'm saying? We got to start plugging back into our ancestral ways of thinking and update them so that they can benefit us right now, because the process is the same. We got to go back to the process. Some of the stuff that no longer applies, we need to get rid of, and we need to bring it in to the modern times, because it will be powerful for us, right? It will be healing for us, right? And in us healing, when we heal ourselves, this country can go nowhere but up. Where we are, anywhere we are. When we become the better when we become the better we, thought somebody was coming in the door. You know what I'm saying? I was getting in warrior mode, right? When we become the better we improve any situation, any country, any place where we are. This is where I think people go wrong with the argument about reparations. Of course, y'all know I ramble. This is where I feel people go wrong with the argument of reparations. In the 48 Laws of Power, they basically say never remind a person about a debt. Nobody wants to pay a debt. Nobody want to feel guilty. Nobody want to feel bad that they owe you money, right? So what you do is you remind them, or you tell them about the debt in a way where they understand that by paying you what they owe you, it benefits them, right? As Africans in America, those of us who came through the slave trade, because I know some of us don't believe that, right? You know, and that's cool. But I could trace my line back to plantation, right? But this is the point that I'm making. When you remind people, when you tell people about a debt, they don't want to pay it. Y'all know how you feel when a bill collector call you. What the fuck you calling me for? Why you bothering me? Right? You know how you feel. But when people approach you and let you know how you paying this thing will benefit you, or how it can benefit you, it makes it easier. As a matter of fact, you might be a little bit more hyped to go and pay it back. Right? So check this out. Reparations should be brought from a standpoint of by America, in a sense, paying the African Americans for the struggle and the tragedy, the Mayafa, right? What they do is benefit themselves. Why? Because who better to stimulate the economy than the major consumers in the economy? And how do you get them to stimulate the economy? You put money in their hands. How many houses is going to be bought and built? How many cars is going to be bought? That's the angle we got to approach it from, right? Because, of course, these motherfuckers don't want nothing that they think is going to just totally benefit us. But you got to make them see how it's going to benefit everybody. Shouts out to Brother Kente. Thank you for joining us, man. If you want to call in and join the conversation, the number is 614-556-4535. I'm streaming live on Facebook. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. This is my show because I was supposed to do it last night, But I'm getting up covering the news right now today. So getting back to my personal program, right? In my personal program, the whole piece is to sharpen myself up so that when I'm doing these podcasts and I'm doing these broadcasts, I could go. You know, my mind is a little bit clear. I'm able to move a little bit faster. I'm sipping on ambrosia. I'm doing my Ashe breath. I'm doing my morning salute. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But all these things I will make available to everybody that's in the journey. Sign up. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the YouTube station. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like us on Facebook. Send me an inbox. Let me know what you want. Do you want the book? You can have any one of my books. I got a PDF. You can have that for free. You know what I'm saying? Even the latest one coming out, right? And if you want it now, I get it to you now. The only issue is that it's not spell checked. But I will have it done. I'll be able to get it to you, right? Also, those that make donations, you get that ambrosia. Why am I doing all this? One, I'm trying to build it up because one, I honestly believe that if we're not tribe building right now, you know what I'm saying? We're at a deficit. We're at a loss, right? Our enemies are tribe building. They're building tribes. Our enemies are doing it, right? They're going out into the field. They're practicing maneuvers. You know what I'm saying? They're building co-ops, you know. And a lot of them ain't doing it against us. But what we have to understand is that when times get hard, people go back to groups of people like them. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to understand the only reason that we're comfortable right now is because there seems to be an abundance. But if something happened, right? If something happens, it's going to be about you and your family. You and your family and those good friends that you built. And that's what Gye-Nyame is all about, right? It's about bringing our kids together, right? It's about bringing us together. It's about us learning how to fall out without getting destructive and getting stupid. That's what nation building is about. Because we don't all have to agree. Unity don't mean everybody's in agreement. That, you know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. We got to always remember that. And unity is not about us all agreeing. We don't all have to agree. You know what I'm saying? But what we do have to do is understand that there's an end goal. We might all disagree on how to get there, but if we all understand that's that end goal, we're going to work together to get the goal accomplished. Right? So like I said, I'm going to make all those programs available to anybody that signs up for Gye-Nyame Journey. That's it. Right? So now let's get into the news because there's plenty of fuckery afoot. It's plenty of fuckery afoot. Right? Right now, in the world, it's a whole lot of stuff. And like I said, I put a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. I told y'all that the issue that we're going to discuss, the last article that I'm going to cover, I'm going to read the whole damn thing. This is not my opinion. This is somebody else's opinion. And it's about Christianity. So I know I'm going to step on some toes. I don't want people on either end of the spectrum calling in with their goddamn story. I just want to discuss the point at hand. I want to discuss the article. I don't want your testimony about how good Jesus been to you. And I don't want your testimony about how much you hate Jesus. I don't want that shit. I want to have an intelligent discussion for those that want to join at 614-556-4535. 614-556-4535. I'm going to read the article, but before we get to that article, let's go into some of the other news that's out here. Some of the trifling news that's going on. All right, so right now I'm perusing an article. I don't know if y'all heard about this shit. Oh, what's up, Brother Duvall? You in New York? What? Oh, but this ain't New York, this Chicago. What's going on with these big cities, man? Shouts out to Duvall. I got to see him in person. I ain't seen him in a long time. I'm sipping on this ambrosia, and I'm kicking it. All right. We got Chicago torture video. No bail for 4 suspects. Now, first off, me and my crew back in the day, we were wild. I will admit. But I don't think that we would have been dumb enough. We had video because we was trying to do little movies back then. So, you know what I'm saying? We had video recorders and shit. But I don't think we was this goddamn dumb. Why would you live stream yourself torturing a motherfucker? Right? Help me. Can anybody out there answer that? You know what I'm saying? We got our young people. Like, we got one of the little brothers is snarling in the, what's going on? We got to reach out to these young people, yo. Something's not right. But, yo, let's look at this article real quick. 4 young people accused of torturing a Chicago special needs teen and broadcasting the incident on Facebook Live were ordered held without bail Friday afternoon. Hold on. I'm just like, I ain't gonna read the whole thing. You can see it for yourself. This is on, if it's not on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, it is now. So, as they was torturing, I'm assuming it was a white boy. I ain't gonna say little, it was a white boy. He was hanging with some brothers. Like one of the little boys, it sounded like one of the young dudes got upset because his mama kept calling, talking about where my son. He got mad and started torturing. I mean, goddamn, there's better ways to deal with your anger, right? For real, right? So he started torturing him. Him and 2 more girls, and another dude. They start torturing him, talking about fuck white people, fuck Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. Listen, for those that don't believe that the balloon is about to go up, right? I'm just saying, man, let's be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Fam, wherever you are, man, make sure you are able to get those basic needs because it's going to be crazy. Make sure you got people you could depend on. Good friends. I'm talking about real friends. Because it's going to get hard out here, man. Especially with dumb shit like this happening, right? This shit is unexcusable. First off, the post it on Facebook. Second off, just to do this shit, right? I don't understand. So, of course, the right-wing media start talking about these are people that's involved with Black Lives Matter. This is something I learned at Ohio State a long time ago, right? You do not just have open organizations where anybody can say that they part of your shit. No. Gye-Nyame, nah, we don't do that shit. Nah. Back, we ain't do that shit. Underground, nah. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You need to go through an introductory course. You need to be initiated, goddammit. Because you have these individuals that's going out here doing all types of fuckery, and next thing you know, you are charged with they could get you on racketeering if it's an organization. See, they trying to make something. See, what y'all don't understand is they're trying to make some of this shit stick to BLM or Black Lives Matter, even though, you know what I'm saying? Because if they could get one of these crimes to be directly connected to Black Lives Matter, they could take their whole organization down on the racketeering charges. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't start with no small years. They could shut their whole shit down. Anybody carrying that shit, anybody claiming it, if they could connect it and treat it like a gang, that's what they would do. And haul every last protester into jail. Y'all got to understand, man, they not playing with us. We playing with them. We the only motherfuckers playing. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least we the only ones playing that don't understand the game. Let's start learning this game. Let's start teaching our kids the game, right? Because it is a game, right? The thing is, you got to play with all seriousness, right? Man. So, I'm on my first bottle of that ambrosia. Hey, next article. All right, I got one up there about yet another reason dinosaurs were screwed. So they got some more reasons why dinosaurs died. I won't read that on here today. You go to Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, you can follow that. We have something from News, CDN News, cdn.newsrep.net. That's a lot of dots up in there. I'm thinking it's a right-wing thing. It says, here are 7 ways Obama is sabotaging the Trump administration. Brother Kente say, lack of kicking your child's ass or something like that. Bro, I can't see what's being streamed across because I got 2 cameras on one. So, but hey, thanks for the comment. I got a question. How do you fuck up a president that was already fucking up from jump? This motherfucker is tweeting his thoughts. We're moving into a Twitter presidency. I mean, just it boggles my mind. Just think about that shit. We got a motherfucker that's gonna be ruling shit by Twitter. Now, those of you that are smart, when Trump tweets against a company, it might be wise to watch that company's stock, right? Because when he tweets against a company, what I seen in the last time is that the stock went down. That's when you buy that shit, right? Then you can make a quick come up because, of course, people gonna realize that he just talking shit. Then he gonna come back and do the double talk. This is called double talk. Well, first he'll dog you, then he come back and be like, "Oh, they're a great company. This is a great guy. You're a great guy." That's what he just did with the intelligence community. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I respect their efforts. You know, first he didn't trust them to carry water into his office. Then he get a briefing. Then he comes out, oh, I have a great respect for them and blah, blah, blah. That's double talk, right? That's the usual politician bullshit, right? But since we got a TV president, he's going to carry it all the way out. He's going to tweet. So look, and he's giving people who was already having problems permission to do the fuckery that they doing already. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? So Obama, they got him snarling on here. Y'all got to look at this shit. And y'all got to understand how they play with symbols and images. Become symbol literate. Look at the picture they got of Obama on here, right? Like Obama is purposely trying to throw some roadblocks up for Donald Trump, right? And he could. And he's allowed to do because that's what they do. They play political games. But they're always gonna work to make you look bad. Here's some interesting things about marijuana. Now, I'm talking about us as a people getting involved with this marijuana game, right? It's becoming legal in all these states, right? Some of us got relatives with land down south. Some of us got relatives with land near where we are. You know what I'm saying? We need to really start looking at how to get in this game because this is a game that we can control all the way from the seed to the weed. Damn, that was a good rhyme. We can control this shit from the seed to the weed. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got land with water on it. We could get our own wells. We could start growing this weed. You know what I'm saying? And we could start, that's a business. It's a legal business all over the country, right? Legal. Hey, Kente, don't just like this shit. Share. Those people that are listening, don't just like my videos. Share them. I'm trying to build an audience. Help me build, right? All right, let's look at some of the things, some interesting things about marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all probably out there smoking on some right now. The year is 2016. Thank you, bruh. The year is 2016 was a big one for marijuana in the United States. Several states passed new legislation allowing legal use of cannabis in some capacity. And states that were already approved for legal pot, you saw huge dividends from marijuana sales. In fact, the industry as a whole generated, listen, more than $6.7 billion. Hold on. Oh, they're going to stop it right there. They ain't going to let me continue. Come on, man. I see what y'all doing. So they want me to buy a subscription. I'm not doing that shit. We know what marijuana do. So I ain't going to go farther on the article. Now, there you go. You know, all these games. You know what I'm saying? I know the rules. At least I know some of them. All right, now, also, they have a mysterious illness tied to marijuana use on the rise in states with legal weed. So basically, you have multiple people getting sick from smoking weed. Now, this is all that hybrid shit. This is when, when you start doing the genetic splicing and shit. And, all this super weed, y'all call it, young folks out there calling it gasoline now. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Listen, baby. Listen. That shit is genetically modified. You need to find some of your mamas. My fault, some of y'all mamas is. Y'all need to find some of your grandmama's weed. You know what I'm saying? That real shit. All this shit that's coming over here, that's crossbred, they done genetically modified it with monkey hair and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be careful of that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why we need to grow our own shit, right? We need to grow our own shit. Listen, mysterious illness. I won't read it, but it's on Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Go to Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, right? All right, now this is one I wanted to cover, and I think this might be the last one unless some good shit pop up. All right, they're gonna cut me off. Let me see if they'll let me read more before I even get into it. Yes, Lord, here we go. All right, y'all ready for this one? Get ready. Where's my lightning? Where's my lightning? Ambrosia, that cool, refreshing drink. Y'all gotta excuse me. My sponsor makes me have to endorse their product every couple of minutes, so they're gonna just take me off their payroll. So I like the drink, but I don't like it that much. Oh, bruh. I'm telling you, y'all sleeping on that ginseng ambrosia. Y'all slipping. Y'all slipping. You need to get your hands on some ginseng ambrosia. And those of you that do the personal orders, right? It's going to cost you just a little bit more. But we could do that super ginseng ambrosia. Or if you have a herb of your choosing that you would like me to mix into some ambrosia, hit me up. This is crafted stuff, right? This is crafted. You're responsible for the herbs that you bring, right? You know what I'm saying? The combination that you make. You know what I'm saying? You paid for it, you bought it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to be sitting over here with some super nasty shit. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, usually it's the nasty, bitter stuff that is really good for you. All right? But I'm going to keep it moving. Let's get to this article. Y'all ready? Because y'all be thinking I make shit up, right? But listen to this. I didn't make this up. Are the aging elite literally feasting on young blood? Creepy Rockefeller Research Advanced Eternal Quest. This is the Daily Sheeple. This is from the Daily Sheeple. So let's see if they're serious. Are the aging elite literally feasting on young blood? Creepy Rockefeller Research Advanced Eternal Quest. Editor's note. Stories like this one seriously make you wonder if the film The Island is based on fact after all. Though it seems like science fiction, it is a fact. It is, in fact, based in reality. Some of the wealthiest foundations on the planet have sponsored ongoing research that date back to the 50s, wherein scientists attempt to transfuse the vital, healthy blood of young individuals into older and more fatigued recipients. And apparently, it has demonstrated considerable positive effects, at least in a lab study with mice. Nonetheless, the treatments are already taking place in select labs in some of the most expensive area codes on the map. Ooh, hold on. And where the elite seek methods and procedures for delaying death for as long as possible. It's creepy, but it's happening. As Vox reports, Vox is a YouTube channel, right? Y'all need to go on and y'all need to check that out. Let me see what some of these people are saying on Facebook. Kinte said, back on what's going on with our kids, the lack of kicking your child's ass is backfiring on the whole community. Shouts out to Tuba Israel. Shouts out to Kente Ahmad. Shouts out to Deval Sass. Shouts out to Victoria. All right. Let me get back. Let me put it back. YouTube, get back up there. Ooh, YouTube done failed. YouTube has fallen and it can't. If you on my timeline in any form of fashion, you will see the text come across.